Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm going to show off my Eden Park shirt.
Well, I was just saying to Kev that the scoreline maybe wasn't indicative of the game. It was probably a little closer than the score reflected. Do you probably agree with that?
Don't want me to go, mate. I'll open it up. You know, it was a tough game, and certainly in the first half it was a good arm wrestling, and we were going backwards. We were in trouble, and probably lucky to be in front. I think we were at half time. Second half, I thought we had better intentions around the game. We came back in. The yellow card was a critical moment, and I think if they'd scored then perhaps we would have found ourselves under pressure, and there may have only been 6 points in it, which would have led to a pretty exciting finish. And I just felt that our guys stayed in, got through the yellow card, did really well during that period, and then just had probably a bit more in the tank at the end of the game.
You must be thrilled with your goal line defence. I mean, I think that they had something like 11 entries into year 22 and got my train of thought. Anyway, the fact that you were able to hold them out and kick them to one try, given the amount of territory and possession that they had.
What do you?
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but then we certainly leaked a lot of penalties in that area at the same time. Preferably, we wouldn't want to be in that position, and I think ultimately our defence let us down in that area, which got them back in there and to get those entries. So, yeah, first 40, we sort of riding them and letting them get back into it and letting them carry hard, and then certainly a shift in that second half.
Was there any temptation to, obviously you've got a massive game next weekend, top of the table clash, was there any temptation to maybe rest a few players heading, from this game, leading into that next week's round?
No, it was, I mean, we knew this two game against the Reds and then against the Rebels was important. It's sort of midway during the second part of our season, so it's nice to be able to come away with 2 wins and today to get the bonus points. So if we just talk about how many the points and not the content, we're happy with that. And we now go home to a very hard 4 games against Kiwi teams. So it was just making sure that we're trying to get better and work on certain things. And I thought being on the road in a 6-day turnaround, I thought the guys were able to. We didn't start well, but we managed to pull the game back and like I say, have better intentions. Next week we play against the Hurricanes at home, and we're looking forward to getting back home. That's the last of our travels, hopefully, and then we nail down the last few games before playoffs.
What's the story with Rieko? Was it a head clash?
Yeah, Reeks has he's taken quite a heavy knock, and he's fine now. Reassure everybody that he's fine, but there'll be precautions around when he takes the field again.
Yeah, so unlikely to be available. I wouldn't stand down and won't be playing next week.
Won't be playing next week. No.
Yeah. No. Oh, it's good to see him up and about in the change room. Is everyone else okay that came through?
There's a few bumps and bruises, and then probably a few questions around how we could have perhaps started better or prepared better, and but then we'll give credit to the Rebels. They came away from Christchurch last week and certainly had a few things they wanted to show us on the paddock, and physically they were present. And like I say, I think probably just at the end they ran probably a little bit out of juice, and we were able to finish on top.
Do you think there's any kind of hangover from last week? Obviously, that went right down to the wire. You kind of had to, play to the death then, that you might have come out in your slow start, or you had a good week. I understand you're on the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, well, short. We only had really one training session, so it wasn't ideal. I don't think it was an ideal preparation, and we knew that the Rebels would be hurting after their game last week, and I thought defensively they were quite good. They were quite well organised, and they were physical. So it was nice to be able to take the game away from them progressively during the match. I mean, they were in it right up to the last perhaps 5-10 minutes with those last couple of tries, and like I say, that 14-man period was critical, and Paddy and the boys hung in there and got a couple of key turnovers. So the guys adapted. PJ Sheck had his first game for us at tight head. Corey Evans came on, played first 5 for us when Harry was sin bin. So it just shows the team was adapting and staying alive to the situation and responding well. So there were some really good positives out of it.
Excellent. Well, good luck for the rest of the season and finals.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Yeah.
Do you go ahead with the Hurricanes, do you know, on the ladder, or?
No, I
They're
think they got
bonus
5
point.
points today, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're against the Waratahs. Yeah.
Anyway.